Hey guys, welcome back to Once Over Wrestling. My name is Doc. This is my wife. Kaz?
So,
That's not what Seamus sounds like. This is my wife, Kaz, and we're back to talk about wrestling, to give you guys a once-over, and it's a little different this week. We had some craziness happen, but we're going to quickly go over pretty much everything. Raw, SmackDown, NXT 205 Live.
we're going to try to hit the highlights.
We're just going to hit the highlights and maybe talk about our favorite things from the week. Just put it all into one video. Sound good?
Just one?
Yeah. Right?
Shway.
We don't need to mince words here.
Shway.
But before we get to it, guys, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification button, and hit the share button. Share it with your friends. We would love to hear from you, hear about what you guys thought about this week's worth of wrestling. You could leave a comment on this video, or you could check us out on Twitter. I will leave links in the description, so check us out there. Kaz, let's do it. Let's talk about wrestling.
All right.
Anything worth talking about in Raw
I don't know.
other than the B team segment?
The B team segment was the only reason to watch Raw this week.
So, I mean, really, there were a couple non-finishes, right? Finn, Braun wrestled Kevin Owens. There was a DQ.
right, he was on
Seth,
commentary and he interfered.
Seth and Jinder had a match.
They
and
did.
that went to a DQ because Seth hit him with a chair.
And then Seth ends up heading out with in a neck brace on a backboard
Yeah.
because it was actually Elias who came
Yeah.
out and hit him off the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else was there? Nia's
Nia
a
does
heel now.
She demonstrates on the poor girl who we don't know how she will get through the armbar and all of her moves that
Listen,
will take out
how
Ronda.
long ago was it that we were talking about how she's overcome all this stuff and she looks different and I mean it was when she won the title it was like this feel good moment. Now she's a super mean heel.
Yeah. I don't know. Don't like what they've done.
What's the messaging?
Yes. Sammy apologizes to Bobby, but
Yeah.
then doesn't. And
Here's the thing. People are saying that this is the worst segment.
The Sammy thing?
The Sammy, when he had Bobby's sisters come out. People are saying that was the worst segment. It was like worse than the Alexa Bailey, This Is Your Life segment. Worse than the other segment that I can't think of right now. But here's the thing. Yeah, that was an uncomfortably bad segment. But Sami Zayn was on point. Mm-hmm. In as much as everything he
always on
was,
point.
it was all working towards a stupid payoff. Sami Zayn was great in that segment. And so I understand Sami Zayn apologizing and all that stuff. He's so good.
He
in
is.
my
I
opinion.
like Sammy. The segment was not fantastic,
No.
but he is.
Yeah.
It finished with a gauntlet match, but for the women, for the Money in the Bank qualifier.
I didn't like this.
I didn't either.
Ruby Riott should have won that match. She put in a ton of work. I'm not a big Ruby Riott fan either. But they brought Sasha out last, and Sasha just got to hit the bank statement on her, and that's it.
Oh, well, she tapped with Banks. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, I wanted Bailey to win.
Yeah, but she came out
she
first
came
and
out
got
first.
eliminated.
She got eliminated in the third round by Ruby. Yeah,
I didn't really like
I
that.
didn't like it.
How many pancakes?
Raw?
Yeah,
Well, the B team gets a pancake.
that's it.
That's about it. The B
I'm
team
gonna
got
give
a
it one.
pancake.
One pancake.
One pancake for the B team.
People were saying that the B team segment wasn't good either, but I loved it. I thought it was hilarious.
I did too.
I
thought-
laughed a lot.
I think
Huh?
they are funny.
Huh? Huh? Huh?
Did Finn? Was that match good? I don't even remember. So long ago. It was fine.
This is like 200 years ago.
It was like 200 years ago.
What about SmackDown?
Smackdown.
SmackDown actually was pretty
Okay.
entertaining.
Yeah. Smojo. I always like Smojo.
Smojo!
I just like his entrance.
It's sacrifice.
What happened? See, I have to go back and look through all this stuff. What was the first match?
I don't remember.
Because Samoa came out and he talked about Daniel Bryan, then Daniel Bryan comes out and he talks, and then Big Cass comes out and he is medically cleared.
Yeah.
So there will be a match.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, yeah. There'll be a match later. There will be a triple threat match. Then Shinsuke versus Ty Dillinger, that happened.
Yep.
And he keeps pretending to, count out because that's what's going to happen at the last man standing match.
Yeah, and it was just fortuitous that he was counting because the last man standing match, you have to beat your opponent so that they can't get up for a count of 10. Well, Ty Dillinger, right? He's the perfect 10.
Yes.
So, anyways, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was interesting. I thought it was pretty good.
It was fine.
Shinsuke's getting weirder and weirder.
He really
And
is.
I'm digging it.
There was a backstage segment with him where he was counting down with the numbers.
Yeah.
He was throwing the cards 1, 2, up to 10, and then he rips 10, and then he's making these weird faces like he does.
Yeah.
They zoom in on his face, and it made me a little uncomfortable.
I'm digging it, man. I'm digging heel Shin.
Yeah. They had the dance off. Rusev Day comes out with Lana.
Yeah.
And then Naomi comes out with the Usos.
Didn't they do this in Total Divas?
I don't know.
Lana? Yeah, you do.
Well, I do.
Stop.
I watched it. But the dance off where?
In Total Divas, they were at some party, and Lana and Naomi had been like going back and forth, or Trin has been going back and forth at each other, and they had a dance off. I feel like it was like at a Miz and Maurice had a party or something like that. And they had a dance off.
Miz and Maurice had that party. They did. It's all coming back to me. Is that why they did this, you think?
I don't know.
Was it
I think it's probably because Lana's not that great in the ring, so
she has to dance instead, because she wasn't that great at that either.
Yeah, it was a weird thing, but she ends up hitting her on it with a hitting. So they
do the dance off, and then they dance together like they're friends.
They kind of hug and stuff like that, and they're standing back to back. And then Lana grabs Naomi and hits her with a neck breaker. So. And
a big fight ensues, but the Usos and Naomi come out ahead at the end of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're
what
just
else?
breezing right through
We
it.
really are. Look at us go. There is a 6-man tag team match between the New Day and the Miz.
This was actually good too.
The Bar. It was a good match. I liked this match.
Yeah, there was all sorts of great spots.
There
in this
were,
match.
and there weren't any shenanigans.
Nope.
It was just good wrestling.
Straight up wrestling and a clean finish.
Yep.
Big E got the big ending onto the Miz and got the pin. I mean, we're like 99% sure that Big E is probably going to be the person who's in Money in the Bank, right?
Sure.
Because wasn't it Kofi and Xavier Woods that were both saying that Big E he was going to be the one that was going to be in Money in the Bank anyways? Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. We have
My foot itches.
Oh, it's annoying.
I have an itchy foot, guys.
Bummer. There's the Mandy versus Asuka match, which we all. Sonya tries to interfere. She doesn't. It doesn't work.
She
Asuka
taps
wins.
out to the Asuka lock.
Yep, up, up.
All we need to know is that
Yep.
please don't lose to Carmella
Yeah. Ugh.
when it comes down to it.
Paige makes a Becky and Charlotte match. Is that next week?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, because they're backstage talking.
So then we have the Samoa Joe, Daniel Bryan, Big Cass match. Money in the Bank qualifier.
Really fun match.
It was a good match. And Samoa Joe wins because he
Samoa Joe!
gets
It's sacrifice! Sorry.
Daniel Bryan passes out in the coquina clutch.
Yep. So, yeah. Does that mean does that mean that does Joe have to fight Cass now? Or is Joe in
Joe's
Money
in the
Bank?
match.
Yeah, Joe's in Money in the Bank.
He's in Money in the Bank now. Big Cass kills everyone, or Daniel Bryan after the match, but whatever.
Yeah. I liked SmackDown. I thought it was good.
Yeah, SmackDown was fine.
How
Better
many
than
pancakes?
Raw. Always better
Give
than
it-
Raw. 3.5.
Yeah, I'll give it 3.5. 4. I'll go. You know what?
You're
I
gonna
feel
go
like I
4?
was super mean about Raw, and I give it 1. So I'll balance it out,
By being super generous.
and I'll be generous to SmackDown and give it 4. Pancakes.
Cool.
Pancakes.
Cool.
What else?
205 Live.
Okay, I gotta just get to this. Like okay, actually no. Let's go for it. Brian Kendrick, Jack Gallagher versus Kalisto and Lince Dorado with Metalik out on the outside of the ring with his little
He used that thing a lot.
a lot.
It's because he can't do the lucha, so he had to do this instead.
Gulak was great on
Gulak
commentary.
was on commentary, and he was the best part of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Were you going to say
He called
something?
him Lindsay Dorito again.
He did. Did I write down anything he said? Because he was pretty funny. And in my mind, I was like, oh, I'll remember this, but I don't remember any of it.
Yeah, no.
I just know it was good.
Yeah, it was better than the match was. I mean, the match was okay, but
Drew interferes at the end of the match.
he
Pulls Lince Dorado down onto the turnbuckle, and that enables Brian Kendrick to get
the captain's hook. The captain's hook.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. I love Cedric Alexander, and I am a Buddy Murphy fan. Last week on NXT, Kairi Sane hit a Destino on Lacey Evans, and I was like, and Lacey Evans kicks out at like 1. And I'm like, come on, guys. Well, then Buddy Murphy pulls out essentially Will Ospreay's finisher onto Ced, and it's just a kick out. Like, it just bugs me a little bit, that they're hitting these like straight up New Japan finishers, and they're just
kicking out of him, just like
little,
no big deal,
blips on the radar. So, anyways, but other than that, it was a good match. It was slow, really slow in the middle.
It was so long.
Very, very long.
I was surprised when the match started, knowing it was going to be the last thing, and the show wasn't even halfway over yet.
Super long.
So it had to be slow because they were probably exhausted after 20 minutes, and then there was only half done.
It picked up at the end.
It did.
And it was interesting.
And it was good at the beginning.
Yeah.
It was really good at the beginning.
Yeah.
And it was really good at the end. The middle just kind of...
Yeah, it was slow.
But Cedric retains the championship.
He hits him with the lumbar check and is able to retain. How many pancakes are you going to give it?
Drew gets a pancake. I'll give it 3. I'm
going to give it 2 pancakes.
Only 2?
I didn't really like the first match. I thought it was okay, but man, that using the finishers bugged
I
me.
don't know all those finishers and stuff, so it doesn't mean the same to me.
Yeah, I don't want to be petty. All right, fine. I'll give it 3.
No, you give it your
I don't want to be petty. Okay, I'll give it 2.5.
Okay. Fair.
NXT.
Aleister Black.
Yeah, Aleister Black comes out. Lars Sullivan says that he's going to be his first title defense. They jabber-jaw back and forth. Aleister tries to hit a black mass. Lars catches it and then hits him with a freak accident and leaves him dead.
Dead in the ring. But then the War Raiders come fight some guys. One of them's named Cody Vincent. We don't know the other one's name.
They beat the snot out of some poor people.
Yeah. EC3 versus Fabian Eichner. EC3.
I like EC3. She doesn't like EC3.
He might be a fine wrestler. I just can't get over his
look. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's funny.
And Johnny Gargano interrupts the match, which was dumb.
So they announced this at the beginning that there's going to be a street fight at TakeOver Chicago. And so Johnny comes out with his signed contract that he's going to... And they also highlighted the fact that Candice LeRae, Johnny's wife, tweeted about it, and she didn't like it. She doesn't support this street fight. So...
But he comes out in the middle of the match and announces the contract is signed, and then he leaves, and then they just continue with the match. It's like, okay.
Fabian Eichner did some good stuff in this match, though.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah.
I liked him.
But EC3 wins.
Of course. There's a long Bianca Belair bit about her life, which was actually kind of interesting.
It was kind of interesting.
She's quite the athlete.
She is, but then she was very
cocky,
smug about the whole thing. Like, I get it. You're great, but...
She's talking about how she tells them in the locker room that she's the best and she's not going to make apologies for it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Which,
well,
all right, whatever. So she's a great athlete, just not super fun to be around.
Right. Ricochet versus Chris Dijak.
Yeah.
Ricochet's
Chris
my new
Dijak
favorite.
almost killed himself.
He did. He did.
He was going for a
almost flipped
moonsault and
right on his own head.
yeah. But Ricochet's able to retain. He should be a champion, but he wins.
He will be someday.
He's cutting a promo, but in the middle of his promo, Velveteen Dream comes out. Velveteen Dream, they're talking back and forth. Ricochet says something to the effect of, all you say you can do the same things that I do or do it better, but all I see you is standing up at the end of the ramp like a coward. And I don't remember exactly what the last thing was that the Velveteen Dream said, but Ricochet, still in the ring, runs, flips over the top rope, lands on his feet at the end of the ramp, and walks up and speaks into Velveteen Dream's mic.
It was amazing. We watched that flip
it was
over and
so
over.
good. Oh my gosh. Oh. Whatever.
It's not a saying.
Yeah, I know. Oh my gosh.
It was so good.
Ricochet's so good.
He's the best. He's my favorite.
Yeah. We need to get a Ricochet shirt.
We really do. Matching ones. We'll wear it
Matching
here.
Ricochet shirts.
We'll wear it every day.
What else happens?
Dakota Kai
Dakota Kai.
versus Shayna, which was just Shayna demolishing Dakota Kai's
Yeah, Dakota,
legs.
she does mount some offense.
Not much. Not enough.
But yeah, Shayna ends up winning. Nikki Cross comes out. That chick is crazy. She's screaming. She steals the belt from Shayna. She hands the belt to Dakota and says,
You're
the ref. And so...
But in very, not complete sentences.
No.
Shayna. Me.
Yeah.
You ref.
She was like Tarzan. She was like Scottish Tarzan.
She is. She's from the swamp. Nikki is from the swamp.
And so, anyways, Dakota starts a fake match, and Nikki immediately hits her with the swinging neck breaker, hits Shayna with the swinging neck breaker, and Dakota counts
her
3.
out, and Nikki runs off with the belt.
And Nikki walks to this like, okay, I guess this is what's happening now. Nikki
so
Cross
Nikki's
is
champion?
the champion. So, yeah, it was entertaining.
It was
just
actually
really weird.
It was very weird, but yeah.
Yeah.
I was intrigued.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see how they play all this out. But anyways, all right, how many pancakes are you going to give NXT?
I'm going to give Ricochet 4. Ricochet gets 4. I meant NXT, but Ricochet can just have all 4 of them. I was going to say definitely a pancake for Ricochet,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
4 pancakes for NXT.
I'm going to give NXT 4 pancakes. It was an entertaining episode. Not a whole lot happened, but there's just everything that did happen was really good. Now, if we were going to do our Friday 4, I got to say, for me, Ricochet gets both of my favorite things. That
He would
flip.
He'd get both of mine too, I suppose. I did want to throw the B team in for a favorite thing, though.
Yeah, you know what?
If I have to pick 2.
Yeah, all right. So my second favorite thing would be the B team thing, just to spite all the people on the internet that are saying they don't like it. And then, yeah, that Ricochet flip was so good. If you're not going to watch anything this week, when it comes to WWE products, at least find a GIF of Ricochet's flip on Twitter. Like, it's so crazy. It's worth it.
Yeah.
All right, so there you go. That's your once-over-ish, Friday 4-ish video that normally we do one video. We do a video for Raw, a video for Smackdown, a video for NXT and 205 Live, and a separate video for the Friday 4. This
We
is
like videos.
all of it in one, and then hopefully next week
One and done.
we're kind of making some changes. We'll have electricity in another part of the house, and we'll be able to do things normally. Right?
Let's hope
Yeah.
that all goes as planned.
Yes. So, if you guys could hit the subscribe button, like button, notification button, and the share button, share it with your friends. Leave us a comment. Tell us what you thought about wrestling this week. Or check us out on Twitter. I'll leave links in the description. Kaz, do you have anything else?
I don't think
Please
so.
tell me you have one thing to say.
I don't.
Okay.
I can't think of
Maybe
anything.
next week. All right. Thanks for joining us, guys. We will see you next week.